I think TPA is just going to look to ward.
Yep, TPA pushing forward. They've got identical across the board item stacks. And there is the ward, the counter ward for Taipei Assassins. Azubu Frost, though, looking to make some damage here. They want to go for that red buff invade, start things off. If you've just joined us, ladies and gentlemen, Taipei Assassins are starting as the blue team. It is all square 1-1. We're a minute into game 3, and Azubu Frost as the red team on your screen right now. They are warding up that bush. Pretty much identical play, despite the fact they've just done a complete round robin there on the red buff. And Azubu Frost looking like just going to take the wraiths away. That's all they're going to counter.
And even then, they just seem to be running out. They might just go for an early jungle. Defensive conservative play coming out early on from these guys. No clashes as of yet, and it doesn't even look like we'll see a delayed invade. If anything, no mistake, already leveling up that Blood Boil. He's not going to be going into the jungle. Might see a lane swap, actually. Stanley going back to base. We'll see a Jax bottom. And with BB and Mistake being up here already, they're going to be going top lane. And that will be a 2v1 for them. So we'll see how Shy and Stanley deal with the 1v2.
Yeah, so Stanley heading down that bottom lane. How are Azubu Frost going to react? They're going to pull away that blue buff. There's going to be BB and Mistake going on that top versus Vlad. Rapid start, of course, against Toys in that mid lane. How will they match up this time around? So far, Toys is out-farmed, but not out-killed.
Look at this. They're actually going for a 3-man invade. They're looking to take the Wraiths and potentially even the red buff with the 2v1 swaps. We've seen this a few times before. They have more members on this side of the map. So really, Azubu Frost doesn't have a way of stopping this red steal, and they could very well give Vayne a red buff in top lane, or they're going to let Low Balls take away with Smite.
He's going to get it before Cloud Templar even manages to react to this. Cloud Templar may walk into this one. No, he backs away. I think he's well aware. Yeah, they realize there's nobody in the top lane. Back off. Shy, you need to back away from the turret. BB's going to go for him. Can he manage to pin him on the wall? He does manage to pull away. He just leveled up there as they came at him.
And that was actually really smart. Even though he just leveled up, he was yet to put a skill point in before he saw someone in the lane. So when they went to level 1 gank him, he had the pool. Very smart. He did not need a skill if he had no one to lane against. But with that, Lil Ball's invading his jungle, and now Cloud Templar trying an invade on red as well. And this is just hit for hit. Azubu Frost now going in for a red invade of their own because they outnumber TPA on this side of the map, and they're able to counter that out very nicely.
So they do counter each other out very well. Madlife, of course, helping out Cloud Templar with that smite, just to use it any second. There we go. Clearing out the red, just picking up and leaving those 2 golems there. Difference here, though, Azubu Frost didn't clear out the red, whereas Taipei Assassins completely cleared it out. They're going to know the timer.
Oh, Cloud Templar coming around the back. Toys so evasive on that Orianna. He's not going to be able to catch that out, and that's going to make it so TPA has the timer on the red, but Azubu Frost doesn't, and Low Ball's only lost about 20 seconds on the potential respawn of his red, so he doesn't really care that the red buff wasn't taken for him. The lane swap, let's see how that's working out. We got 11 minion kills on Vayne to 20 on Woom, so that red invade actually did slow him down a little bit.
There's a bit of a difference in the 2 lanes. The top lane with BB here is trying to zone out Shy as much as possible with Mistake. Meanwhile, the bottom lane is completely shoving on towards Stanley's turret.
And that's the thing, with the 2v1 Vayne lane, you're not looking to push. Oh, here comes Cloud Templar pushing them back. You're not looking to push, you're looking to farm. But with the Ezreal lane, you're looking to push and create more action, and hopefully force Vayne to eventually lane against Ezreal.
Meanwhile, in that mid lane, you can see Rapid Star and Toys having a bit of an exchange, keeping things lively between them. Very much even in the CS in these early stages. As you would expect, the 2v1 laners, Vladimir and Jax, struggling for CS in those early stages. As the 2 AD and supports trying to force them, trying to just pin them out, try to starve them of any goal.
And because of the denial in top lane, with Azubu's lane pushing, Cloud Templar having to babysit that top, and if Lil Balls is able to catch him sitting there, they could turn something around. He's very good at waiting in those pockets of vision where no one's going to be able to see him. And here he comes in. Can he get a clear on a Cloud Templar? No, everyone's going to be able to disengage. Turns out to be just a bit of a waste of time.
So, in the early phases, we are looking to see whether they can counter each other. We did see Taipei Assassins, of course, suddenly pull out that ace 15 minutes in. We're only 5 minutes gone so far. Cloud Templar using the smite on the large wraith, making sure he does get that. He did, of course, have Lil Balls just hanging in the distance. Rapid Star getting caught out a little bit here by Toys. Trying to force the flash, not going to happen. Obviously, has Rebirth available. As well aware, managed to get well in range of the turret. Cloud Templar just lingering in the distance as Lil Balls heads down south. Maybe trying to poke a little bit towards this bottom lane. Help out Jax. Help out Stanley.
Cloud Templar might try a flash taunt onto Toys because the poke went down to Rapid Star. Instead, he just gets the taunt.
And he's going to get the chain stun on Toys. Are they going to get the Ignite? That might be enough damage to the ball. They've tried to use defensive. Is he going to go down here? The Ignite's ticking. It's just going to finish off. Now Little Balls is coming around. They're going to jump on towards Mad Life. There's the counter strike. They've chained the stuns out already, and Mad Life will just flash out. But Little Balls is continuing. That's going to be the exhaust down. Can they continue the damage, though? Stanley turns his aggression on towards Wu. Manages to jump on. His counter strike's not going to be up for another few seconds, and they're going to have to back away. Cloud Templar was heading down south as well. Good disengage from Taipei Assassins.
And this has been a dead even farm off early, so no one really taking an edge, and that does favor TPA slightly because I think their teamfight phase is slightly stronger. Stanley have to be very careful now since he is at half health. He is running low on health potions. Actually, no, he's not. He's still got 2. The lane, if it pushes against him, he's going to have trouble getting experience. Overall, this has just been a close farm off thus far, 6.8 to 6.8k. No one really creating anything for each other yet.
No opening advantages, pretty much countering each other in the jungle. Red steals back and forth, keeping each other's blue buff. Blue buff, of course, will be back up in just about 30 seconds time. So we'll see whether anyone goes for that rapid start. And Toys picking up the race. Tell a lie, Rapid Star's not getting his race. I say his race. It's almost become a standard in that mid lane that the AP carriers get their own rates.
It seems like it, and that's how these teams have been playing. Toys 9 ahead of Rapid Star. I guess that's going to even out just with that mid. So Rapid Star not really getting outlaned by Toys thus far. He even got the gank onto him, but he hasn't been able to pull very far ahead. One of the big stories is Stanley's only at 11 minion kills, 7.5 minutes in, so that could be fairly bad for them. They've now done the swap. They're actually the ones who initiated this, so they think Vayne's ready to lane against Ezreal, and they didn't want Stanley to get hurt by the 2v1 much longer. He's now trying to catch up and farm in the top lane. He's got a big stack ready to do it.
Little Balls is looking at maybe going towards that red buff. Of course, he does have the timer on it. Is he going to try and go for an invade? Look at that, the ping's going across. They knew exactly where Little Balls was likely to head. He did pass that ward, of course. Has pulled out the red buff. Is going to try and get it. You can see that Cloud Templar is going to come around. It's going to be a smite fight, I believe, between the two of them. We're not seeing any movement from Rapid Star. There's the smite. They're going to go down. They're trying to dive on towards Shy. I'm trying to see where he was. It was BB getting hit very much by that true shot barrage, but they didn't manage to take him. Wound was taken very low. You mentioned they feel they could win that lane out, but BB has just proven it very different. And BB a mistake. They're putting a lot of pressure on that bottom lane, forcing Wound back.
BB a mistake, just showing once again their strength, going aggressive into the Leona and Ezreal in that bottom lane, and really just, that's going to be very scary for Azubu Frost if BB's continually allowed to farm like this. In the middle, Rapid Star hasn't been able to get much onto Toys, both of them just free farming. Even in the top now, Stanley starting to catch back up onto Shy. This looks like a controlled game thus far from TPA. They have a 300 gold advantage very early. They haven't been heavily counter-jungled. They were able to take the red buff, and we could see the first bit of action here if Stanley stops Cloud Templar from taking his red, since they do have a level advantage on him overall.
Another timer, and there's Cloud Templar pulling out the red buff. Little Balls is just below on the golems. Not aware of it. The question is, I think Cloud Templar is going to take it before he manages to react to this one. He's going to have smite. He's going to come around that corner and he's going to smite it down. Didn't use it at the moment. Actually, Little Balls comes around. Little Balls, I think, picks it up there. Cloud Templar goes around. Cloud Templar is going to have to get away from it. He did manage to pick it up, and he's forced Cloud Templar back. Man, Mad Life tried to support him. Mad Life having to use his ultimate to keep him away. Gets one more stun, but he's going to go down first. Remember, BB. BB going to try and turn this one into Wound and just backs off. Good kill there. Taipei Assassins, a little bit of control there, being forced by Cloud Templar wanting to get that red.
And that was actually TPA forcing the Azubu Frost into a move that made that happen. Now Woong in a bit of trouble, giving off the kill to BB, and the lane is just pushed against him, so he's not able to get experience. Mistakes trying to zone him out, and will they be able to get a stun here on the wall?
Stanley has tried taking a little bit of trade on the turret there, and looking like Stanley's actually starting to win out that top lane. Since they've traded back, he's definitely gained a bit of an advantage, and you can see again the Empower Strike there on Shy. Shy having to use the pull to get away. He's not going to be available next time. And we are seeing Little Balls again coming around aggressive on Cloud Templar, already taking the golems though, but they are pinging straight away towards Shy. They realize he's going to get pinned on that turret. He's going to have a wave coming in. Little Balls is going to try and get in there. Shy's going to try and get away. He's going to hit him with the cleaver. Stanley's going to get a jump. Nice. That's going to be Stanley finishing off. That's a nice Empower Strike, finishing him down. And they're going to maybe even push the turret there. You can see Toys was just hanging around that bottom mid lane as well. and he's going to go back.
They knew there was a 24-second cooldown on that Vladimir pool, and that they were able to just straight up tower dive him. He had the burn earlier, so the dive was safe. They pushed off Cloud Templar, and that was just a bunch of attrition that came to a kill. Again, really organized play by Lil Balls, and his ganks have been exquisite. Here now, Rapid Star coming down through the bottom lane, walks through a ward, and once again, they can get those double golems for Nunu and Vayne, and it's keeping BB ahead in this lane. Now that they kind of started winning the bottom lane, and they started winning the top, 1.7 thousand gold advantage. This is troubling for Azubu Frost, because even the late game teamfight phase looks to fall in TPA's favor.
And the problem is, it was Azubu Frost that actually engaged and forced the lane swap, went back to switching down the bottom, and BB seems happy with that one. Stanley seems happy with that one. As it is, in the middle lane, you can see it's still starting to slip away to Toys again. As the crowd find the ward, the first ward of the game going down, I believe. Taipei Assassins, though, in this bottom lane, are starting to force them back here. Lil Ball's starting to come around. He finds another ward.
Of course he does. He's been an assassin of wards, actually, in these games. Always picking up the early oracles, beating Cloud Templar to it this game, finding another one. That's 3 already. Oracle's starting to pay for itself. And up top, Stanley really starting to bully Shy here. 2-level advantage, continually just leap striking onto his face and pulling pretty much ahead here. And Lil Ball's coming around the back. They might look to dive this once the wave hits the turret. Cloud Templar's ultimate is up. They got to be very careful of this getting turned around.
Surely they spotted the axe coming through. They didn't quite manage to land it on Wound. Instead, he's actually going north. He's going to spot in towards the wolves. Hasn't gone through yet, so they've obviously called out, no, we don't want a lane phase. We feel we're just winning out this lane, so we're quite happy to farm it out. Will they go for it? Mistake is in there, just keeping BB with that blood boil, and he's happy to farm it out there. So
trying to steal blue.
And Lil Ball's on blue. You can see Oriana now heading around there. Rapid Star's trying to get a peek, but he's not careful about this one. He realizes there is something there, and Toys does pick it up.
Throughout all 3 of these games, TPA has done a fantastic job of stealing buffs, and they've started earlier this game than in the past. Azubu Frost knows they're going for this, but the fact that Stanley's came down means this is a free dragon, and it's just going to be about trying to push and get another Blue Invader, another tower for Azubu Frost. But man, they're just going all out here.
Yeah, and Azubu Frost immediately reacted. Rapid Star and Cloud Templar going to go around, trying to steal away.
They're onto him. They might catch him in a fight here.
Yeah, because they walked past that ward, and immediately you can see Stanley and Lil Ball's heading up towards this one, trying to catch them off that good wall. He does manage to get the slow on Rapid Star. It might be enough. The flash comes out, forced him away. Stanley wanted to jump in there and get that counter strike down.
But better judgment won out. He would have been jumping in 1v3, and they would have been able to turn that one. Successful blue invade, or blue counter invade for Azubu Frost, but they still lost out on that dragon. They didn't get any tower pushes, and this is still TPA slowly winning out this game. Rapid Star again falling behind Toys. The bottom lane again proving to be stronger for TPA, and they're pushing straight onto that tower. One of the big things about that top lane that won it out for Stanley was his double null magic build, and here they're just pushing straight down this turret bottom lane, and they look to force.
Yeah, he's kept the basic boots, hasn't gone for grade 2 boots just yet, which is obviously going to stop his gank a little, but look at the damage BB's putting down on this turret. 14 minutes gone, nearly shredded that turret down. The ultimate on Mistake here, they're going to dive through, and that's going to be the Shen ultimate. Mistake will drop. I don't think he's going to get away from this one. Now BB's in trouble. BB has to use his ultimate, will manage to escape. But that was a good gank, a good turn from Azubu Frost. However, Shen's ultimate was required to turn that one, and Stanley on the top there against Shy, again continuing to bully.
The fact that they use their Shen ult aggressively did create the kill for them, but since they're losing the lanes, it now creates a lot more danger, because things like this can happen.
And that is going to be the rebirth. How's he going to have enough damage? He's going to have the shockwave as soon as he comes up. There's the ball. Is he going to bother using it? No, he's not. He's just going to harass him, knowing full well rebirth is down.
Did get the egg though, and now the tower dives are vulnerable for everyone on Azubu because they're losing the lanes, and there's no Shen ult to save them now, so TPA can be much more aggressive for the next 120 seconds as that Shen ultimate just continues to tick down. Really, they did create a kill, but they didn't gain all that much from it. They killed Nunu, but they didn't even stop BB from farming after that death. Woong might look to get aggressive here, but they're just pretty scared of the Vayne Nunu right
BB knows exactly where he is. They were waiting him to move around, manages to get the stun down. We've moved away from the top lane because we're looking in the mid lane. There's a fight at the bottom, god damn it. There it is, Mistake manages to get on towards Madlife. Have they got the damage? Are they going to switch? They will take Madlife down. He has to use the heal there. Woong does manage to get a last shot. No! He turns it, goes back to Woong. Woong now slows down. Ezreal ultimate, he gets out of it. One more shot, no, he manages to avoid the damage. Very well played, Woong there. Arcane shifting just at a critical moment. Meanwhile, there was that huge fight in the middle there, and we do just see Taipei Assassins now. You can see that actually Toys is heading south. The ping goes down at him. Rapid Star saying, back away from this one, Woong.
This is going to be the first tower of the game for TPA, and they're just letting the minions finish it off, knowing full well that Woong had to back away due to the threat of Toys. And that just goes to show that's going to be a very scary BB coming up soon. Phantom Dancer at 16 minutes with the Nunu. His attack speed is tremendous at this point. Stanley also picking up a Phage, as well as that experience advantage he has on Shy. He's fallen a bit behind in minion kills, but he's still able to bully up in that top. And mid, you can see Toys poking the ball back and forth, trying to get aggressive onto Rapidstar right now.
Shockwave goes down. They realize obviously Rapidstar doesn't have his egg available. Toys immediately gets countered. He's got the Ignite down. Toys is going to get dropped. And that is a great turnaround there. Madlife comes back in. Madlife might get dropped again, but it doesn't matter. An AP carry for a support. They're going to take that loss.
But the thing is, with that, BB got his third kill, and they're going to lose a turret for this because Rapidstar is too low. So all of the action that's getting created here is always favoring TPA. Second turret of the game, on top of their Dragon, on top of their 4-kill advantage, and on top of their minion kills, is adding now 5,000 gold. Big lead for TPA, coming out really strong in this game 3.
A huge lead this early on, and you can see Stanley continuing to push this top lane as well. The rest of the Taipei Assassins are closing in on towards this top lane. The ping's going down. Lil Balls realize that red buff may well be available, but they are going to collapse on towards the top turret. Will they force it down, or will they just try and catch them out here? The wards may well give the advantage here. They're going to try. Look at this, Taipei Assassins waiting. Is Woong going to fall for it? Is he going to come around the side?
Oh man.
Coming around. They're going to dive for him. Does manage to pin him, knock one on the wall, and the arcade shift will come in. BB might be able to have the damage to finish him off, but Madlife is there again to force him away. Top turret did go down while that trade was happening, and we can see Stanley continuing to force on that top. Very nice play from Taipei Assassins here.
3 turrets to 0, and in the games they won in the semifinals, it was about this fast turret pressure strategy. They're going to get the next Dragon just because of their large gold advantage as long as they're in position for it, and no one on Azubu Frost can deal with them right now. They're going to try to go around and get picks. Lil Balls has to be careful here, popping his ultimate, very good awareness. They're very scary right now. They're going for that Oracle.
They're going for Lil Balls, actually. They're diving in. That's going to be one ultimate used. Can they catch him out with another? Doesn't matter. Ultimate was used for Lil Balls. He's wax away. Shockwave used on Cloud Templar. Balls him in. Shockwave's going to... That's going to be an Oracle burn from Toys. Beautiful, beautiful play by Toys there to single-handedly take down Cloud Templar without the rest of the team realizing what was happening behind them.
Toys just an assassin on Orianna, and Cloud Templar got counter-jungled heavy. He's being shut down. TPA getting chanted by the crowd, and look at this push on mid lane. They are showing domination thus far.
This is what they did against Moscow 5, of course, when they had that Vayne. And BB now completely in charge. Toys seem to be in charge. They're going to close it on Woong. They're going to have the counter strike. They've gone for Rapidstar. Rapidstar flashes Woong around the side. Woong with absolute 0 being used. That's going to be one down. Rapidstar dropped. Woong is going to get dropped as well. Stanley gets another. Madlife goes down. Playmate all over him. Shy has to run away, and they have a 5-man terror squad in that middle. They're going to take down another turret. They are stripping these turrets down.
The terror squad, as you put it, 4th turret down at 19 minutes. The Dragon's up in 5 seconds. They're going to be able to pick that one up as well. This is an unbelievable Game 3 performance by TPA. The Oracle's on the little ball, still clearing away the wards. No one on Azubu Frost is ready. Rapidstar's not able to stop them from diving through in team fights.
Good lord.
And here they're just going to continue the kills.
Why did they chase? Why did they do it? Cloud Templar getting caught out. The exhaust on Shy. Shy now gets pinned on the wall. They're going to pick up another kill off the back of this one. Shy manages to take down Mistake, but honestly, a support for a double kill to BB. I don't think that was a good exchange.
BB is rolling right now on top of the Blood Boil. He is just going wherever he wants and destroying. Slick play there. He condemned one member into the wall where he went out and finished. And they're actually a little bit low here. Azubu Frost realizes the panic switch is on and they're trying to get something done here. They might actually get a Dragon here because everyone on TPA might be backing off. Or Toys with his Dolphin back up could close this, and TPA could continue the pressure. Here they come.
And they immediately realize the pressure is on. They're going to dive in. Stanley goes launching in. Shockwave. Rapidstar instantly. Rapidstar's rebirth will drop. Rapidstar goes down. Woong trying to pull something out here. Stanley with the ball on him. He's going to jump back onto Rowan. Woong going to get dropped. Taipei Assassins are destroying, one might say, assassinating Azubu Frost.
one fight after the other. Azubu Frost realizes the situation, and they're not letting Taipei Assassins get ahead because they knew once it started, there was no stopping them. Just the Nunu Vayne, the Orianna, the Jax, just a superpower of a team comp once they get a lead, and with an 11,000 gold lead at 20 minutes, things look incredibly dire for Azubu Frost right now. One after the other, they continue to run in and die, and now they are even farther behind. Everyone on TPA outplaying.
And it's that dangerous position when you start going in one by one, just slowly feeding them. Taipei Assassins, you know, they had a 5-man in that jungle, yet again, Azubu Frost went in there 2 or 3 times, just completely trying to catch them out. Thought they caught something, but no, all they caught was another 5-man Taipei Assassins just destroying them. And that terror squad of Taipei Assassins really is causing them problems. 3-0-4 Stanley, 3-1-3 Toys, 5-0-4 BB. The rest of the team, ultimate support, 0-2-7 getting in there, and 0-0-6 for the jungler. Taipei Assassins really are very, very strong right now. They have a 10,000 gold advantage, 21 minutes in.
And you look at this, they're going for a Baron. They have about 50% more gold than Azubu Frost, and Azubu Frost has absolutely no vision on this Baron. The Nunu Vayne, they pop the ult for more damage. They're looking to end this one fast. I would be surprised if this gets to 30 minutes. TPA knows exactly how to finish, and they're doing it expertly.
And while they do take that Baron down, Toys was actually bullying them. That was pushing Mistake, Rapid Star and Mad Life back. Toys really is in absolute dominant form, proving why Orianna's been banned 2 games already, and many games before this one. You do not allow him, and well, I'm seeing on the screen, it is a surrender!
That was the most impressive victory by Taipei Assassins really we've seen all week. The crowds are behind them. They have the momentum. One more game, and they will be the world champions. It's just a matter of continue what they're doing. They're winning the lanes, they're winning the games. They seem to have things figured out. Azubu Frost backs against the wall. They have to respond with something.
Absolute phenomenal stuff, and honestly, Taipei Assassins were lethal in their execution throughout that entire fight.
And that was just that's the fastest game we've seen all tournament. 22 minutes. They knew the game was over, Azubu Frost. They just wanted to get on to the next game. That could be a smart call. They knew that lingering in that game was only going to demoralize them, so they decided to end it early. They must have been talking, they need to be talking about counters here, because letting through Orianna, not the answer. Going Nunu and trying to get aggressive on it, also not the answer. They have a lot of learning to do, because even though they're only down 1-2 in this, that first game, they had to claw their way back in this, because that's 3 early games in a row that they've lost pretty disastrously.
So there's a number of things that did work for Azubu Frost. It was the Sonar Ezreal. They realized that, they banned out Sonar, they caused disruption there. Goodwin couldn't do as much with Ezreal. We've also had the AE comp, the Amumu got in there. We've not seen any ban on Amumu yet. They've not gone with it though. They feel the shock and awe that they caused in the first game was probably enough, and they didn't want to revisit it. Do they have to go back to it now though? Because it's the only game they've won. And honestly, when they've tried to match them lane for lane, they've been destroyed.
That happened that game. I mean, they tried to match them. They need to go with the teamfight composition. We have actually a replay coming up real shortly here, and let's take a look. And here was just the Orianna ult crushing them. And this is the one after the other fight that ended up happening. Every one of these fights started before Azubu Frost could fight back. And BB on top of the Nunu, his movement speed was so great that there was no running away from anyone on TPA right there. The movement speed advantage overall just allowed them to snowball that game so easily.
So absolutely destructive force. And they obviously go and pick off the dragon from that. No problem at all. Taipei Assassins incredibly strong. They are now 2-1 up. We're going to take a small break, ladies and gentlemen, but we'll be right back with more from Freak and Riv, and a code to unlock the Season 2 Championship Riven Icon for free. Keep your eyes peeled.
TPA, I believe, after I saw them play M5, they're the team to beat, and I don't think there's actually a team to beat them, so I think TPA is going to win that. TPA! TPA! Yeah, TPA.
Welcome back, everybody, to USC's Galen Center here in Los Angeles. As a thank you for watching the Season 2 Finals, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give you some free stuff, because everybody in the crowd here is getting free stuff, so why shouldn't you at home? We have a code that you can redeem to unlock the Season 2 Championship Ribbon icon for absolutely free, just like League of Legends. So get your pens ready. Here it is, guys. The code, 521337. Make sure you got your League of Legends open. Make sure you are ready to get that ribbon code. Make sure you have your new icon sported for the championship day here in the Galen Center. League of Legends Season 2 Championship underway so far into our third game, and it's going to be absolutely huge. We're fourth.
Oh, yeah, of course. So head over to bit.ly.com, or sorry, yeah, bit.ly, yeah, nice. bit.ly/lolribbon. I'm so used to saying .com after every URL, I can't untrain myself. Thank you, Internet, for giving me new, suffixes to add, and I appreciate that. But head over there, put the code in, get your championship ribbon icon, get that going on, put your username and summoner and region. Make sure you get that one right so we know who you are.
Yeah,
and how to give you that. We're going to move that one forward. That code will be useful for 24 hours.
All of it.
Seeing as that you're already on a computer, shouldn't be too hard to get there in that time limit. And of course, you guys who are here in person, of course, I think we got you taken care of already, so not a big problem there. So make sure you get that one done. Make sure you get that taken care of. So that game, Riv, holy cow. You look at that.
Absolutely amazing. TPA just, I don't even know what to say about that. They came out so strong. It was very, very calm in the beginning of the match. We saw a lot of people going back and forth. We saw that Azubu Frost was really taking some harassment down bottom, but no kills came out of that as they kept going neck and neck. And then TPA just once again turned it on. Like you said, they are reading. Azubu Frost like a book.
They really are. And now we have to talk about the obvious momentum shift that
Right.
suddenly goes. I mean, keep in mind, Azubu Frost, they come out of the gates. Game 1, boom, it goes to them. Game 2, TPA brings it back. And then that kind of shifts things to a best-of-3 mentality. But now that TPA is leading in one game and potentially could close it out, suddenly the whole attitude, the whole way you're playing positively, it shifts. And now Frost, they have that very, very difficult task of fighting against that. I mean, you know how it is? You've been in that situation where you've got to win a best-of-3, but you're already down a game. It's if you make a mistake, it's game over. And that's really tough to play in those types of circumstances.
So, Freak, let's see where some of those mistakes are made with our replays.
Yeah, so we got a couple of games to show up, a couple of those fights to go on, and you're going to see just what happens when you've got an Orianna Jax combo. Anytime you pair Orianna with some kind of melee bruiser who can initiate, you turn them into a tank. Let's go in and see just what it takes. And as Stanley jumps in, we can pause and we see exactly how much crowd control that is. He jumped in, he stunned up that poor Ezreal, jumped onto Rapid Star as well. They're completely locked up. The dissonance as well allows the team to jump in and pick off either target they want. Let's see how this plays out. Stanley there onto Rapid Star. Woong kind of caught up. The immediate absolute zero means Woong cannot fight back. And BB all alone can just charge in. Easy pickups there as well. And that's just because you've got initiation You're there. Their team doesn't know you're coming in just yet. You've got a lot of 5-on-2s coming in. That is that team just having the extra sort of team fight presence. Let's look at that one more. Let's look at one more clip because you can see how well TPA can sort of collapse on another team. Another replay going on here, and watch the exhaust. He paused right here, and look at that, BB. He was chasing Cloud Templar, and you want to chase the guy in front because he's going to get away, but he stops seeing he's got a free stun there on Sha, and is like, great, he's stunned. We'll deal with him later. Let's move on to Cloud Templar, and we can play that out. We see BB just easy with the chase. The team then able to collapse on a Shy right after. No way that pool will help. We can pull that out, and we know he's just an easy kill at that point. But I got to give props to BB. That was so amazing to realize he's got a guy on the side that's a free stun. That's the kind of clarity you need as a top player. You know at that point that he knows how to play Vayne so intimately as he chases one out, is able to look still while chasing and tunnel visioning. He's got a stun off to the side, lands it, leaves him there for later, and just continues the fight. Really, really great stuff.
So we can see just how fast Taipei Assassins can really come in and turn a game around for themselves. But let's go behind the scenes a little bit more as we have Erica, the manager of TPA, joining us up on stage. Erica, how are you doing today?
Hi, good. Really, really nervous.
Erica, I watched game number 1 from the back, and actually, admittedly, I didn't watch as much of the games I probably should have because I had my eyes fixated on you. Bear with me here. There's so much emotion.
He's married.
There's so much emotion going through you, the team, at this point of the game. I just saw what looked like a very emotional roller coaster, from a explosive start to then like, what is happening? Why are things breaking down? So how have things been since that point? Obviously, riding on a wave of 2 victories is pretty awesome. Can you tell us how you and the rest of the team is feeling right now?
You're feeling really, really confident right now. And yes, the first one, I was kind of an emotional roller coaster. But I've since calmed down to watch the other 2 games. So I think my team calmed down as well.
In preparation for a game like this, knowing the next one could be the final one as you go against the Azubu Frost, what is your job for the players right now? What do you bring for that?
Basically, just to give them more encouragement and more confidence, and just to let them know that they can do it.
All right, thanks very much. But you know what? Let's see if they can do it. Right? They're feeling confident, they're feeling good, the nerves settling a little bit. We know that Frost are also the comeback kings. Let's head over to Jat and D-Man, because game 4 is about to start, guys.
So, can they do it? That's the question. We are into the championship game. Will it be 3-1, or will we go 2-2? Azubu Frost, they've been out back. You saw all those chairs were empty.
Yeah.
They've collected their thoughts coming into this game. How do you deal with this? This is the pressure moment. This is why you get paid as a pro player.
Azubu Frost has had their backs against the wall many times. In OGN Summer Championship, they were down 2-0 in a best-of-5 and won the next 3. In the semifinals, they were down 1-0 and won the next 2, and now they're into Champion Select. How are they going to adapt? They did have a chat back there. We were talking earlier. I think they're going to go for more of an AoE comp. They need to win the team fights because it's shown that TPA beats them up in the lane, and it's just that mindset that might get them through. If they do anything else, it might be some kind of creative support pick or creative pick in general just to get them over that hump and surprise TPA.
So with that Nidalee ban, immediately tells me they don't want a split push coming out from Taipei Assassins. They want to get them all collectively together. Are they going to go for that AE comp? You can see Skarner being banned once again. Cloud Templar's not been allowed that throughout this entire game, but they've banned Karthus this time.
And if anything, they actually, this is a lot of back and forth because Orianna is still on the board. Azubu Frost has the first pick. Are they going to force TPA to ban it, or would they first pick it away from it? Because I can't imagine them ever giving them Orianna again. They're either going to first pick it away or get it banned out here by TPA. And if that happens, what are they trying to play for? Because Jace is still available.
Ooh.
And they would take a Jace for an Orianna if they do this trade. And this would actually come out, I think, in the advantage of TPA. Stanley knows how to lane against Jace. He'll do Aurelia, and he's very good at that matchup.
He'll do it Aurelia, and of course we'll see Orianna. I mean, why would we not?
Of course they're going to do Orianna. That's the pick and ban back and forth. Azubu Frost has so much value on Jace, and his disengaged ability, they got poked out by CLG. And this could be a poke comp. They did a Morgana Jace poke comp, at least CLG EU did. And Lux can fill the same role. You land one binding, and you'll kill somebody. And if they try for that, TPA would have to build a very aggressive poke back.
match Mundo's speed. Now, Taipei Assassins, they have the choice of the AD and support. What will they go with? I can't imagine that top lane's going to be going in there. Expect the support and AD. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be Tryndamere. Rise, I don't think so either. Taipei Assassins, come on.
Tryndamere and Rise, the co-founders of Riot Games.
That's what they're doing.
Homage right now. We'll see what they end up going with. They need some kind of hard engagement here. Nunu Vayne could be something they do. That's not the hard engagement, but that's the move speed they need to chase after through a Jace. Also, the Kog'Maw is available. That's very heavy poke as well. The Nunu support with the Sona band out is just natural for their progression. They'll probably be picking an AD carry here with that last choice.
So the final pick, what will they go, AD? Oh no, it's Shen.
Oh.
They've locked in Shen, so they're leaving the AD carry because they don't know what they're up against. They want to say, Gunwung, make your choice. He went very quickly, and that poke comp, we saw this at New York. The Graves and Lulu comp, which means it is going to be Lux in that middle lane. There's a heck of a lot of poke. Now, they were taking turrets down within 6 minutes with this lane. This obviously, bear in mind, it was a Azubu Blaze.
They practice together, and they share a lot of the same strategies, so they know exactly how to execute this. And they can really put this with whatever AD carry they want. In the past, the Ezreal's been taken away from them, and they've done something like Vayne to go against it. But maybe BB thinks Ezreal's still the best carry, and it's a luxury for these guys to take it, not a necessity with that last pick. Maybe trying to counter out the poke. He's very good at dodging a lot of those skill shots. Ezreal would be a good choice here, and we'd still see that back and forth poke engage battle.
Well, that back and forth poke, Azubu Frost, they have to pick this one up, ladies and gentlemen. If you would like to see us go to Game 5, Azubu Frost would need to pick this one up, ladies and gentlemen. Get behind Azubu Frost.
And here, now the teams have been locked in, actually. The early game Shyvana jungle is going to be pretty important to shut down. Low Balls has done some very strong counter jungling, and neither of these teams rely on blue buff, so that'll be very big. Here now, TPA, one more win to finish it off for the World Finals. They got 2 chances, but they are on a roll. Can they get a clean sweep 3? If you guys want TPA to take this one out, let's hear it.
Just look at the venue, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone ready and waiting. Game 4 getting underway. We are into the championship games, as they say, and there is the Summoners Cup. That is what they're playing for. And there is Azubu Frost preparing themselves, getting ready. These are the last moments before you go into that potentially last game. $1 million on the line. How do you just calm your nerves? Not one of them touching the keyboard there.
All of them just so focused on what's coming up, and just so much is on the line here. $1 million to the winning team. The culmination of all the seasons for these guys. They've trained in gaming houses. They've completely devoted their lives. This is their profession. They are all in for this. So much success coming out for Azubu Frost coming into this. Taipei Assassins seemingly coming out of nowhere, but have been good for a while. Now that we're into the game, one more victory, TPA moves on. Azubu Frost backs against the wall. Can they do it?
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. If you've just joined us, where have you been? Azubu Frost as the blue team, Taipei Assassins as the red team. 2-1 lead, massive, massive poke comp coming out from Azubu Frost. Are we going to see any level 1 gauges here, Jat? And honestly, who is the stronger of the two in the level 1 fight?
Stronger level 1 has to go to Azubu Frost. They have that light binding from Lux, and they can follow it up really aggressively. On top of that, they have the acceleration gate from Shy if they want a hard engage. So much noise coming up from these crowds. There is a ward on the red, and they're going to be walking over that one.
So here we can see the ward being gone down on the red. Azubu Frost going to sneak around. Taipei Assassins sneaking around.
Now we see them all in that brush, but they were seen by the ward, so everyone on TPA knows that they're there. They could very well get 5-man engaged on. The Orianna ball will go into scout before anyone follows up. It's just a matter of if they try to fight off the back of it.
There's an orange bounces past me. Thank you very much. That's the fun being thrown out at the back there. It's all right. It's okay. Azubu Frost.
They're just waiting this one out. They know that they might be waiting for them to steal the race so that they can't disengage, and they would loop around the back of them and try to catch them.
They're teleporting out though. Are they going to back off? Are they going to go for it? Are they going to count? Forced away, and I tell you what, Madlife is completely out of position. He's going to try and back off from here, and he's trying to teleport. Oh, he's not going to get a chance
trapped.
to. He is trapped. Has he managed to escape it though? With that, will that little pixie get spotted? He has. Madlife's going to go down. There's no way in hell he's ever going to escape this one. The kill's being given to Toys, and that is first blood. 2 minutes gone, and now they're on the red buff.
TPA gonna get this steal. Oh, unless Wound wants to steal, they smite it away. That's a big early game advantage. First blood and the buff steal. The only mistake here could be if Shy gets too much farm in the bottom. There's a
Wound's got caught. Wound's got caught. The exhaust goes down. He's gonna catch on, and he does manage to get the kill. And that goes to BB. Could you give worse kills to Taipei Assassins? Toys and BB already 1-0 up. Just 2 minutes gone in this game. Lil Balls is all over the blue buff.
And now they're just getting another buff steal. They've stolen so many blues in this tournament. They've also stolen so many reds, and this is just the best start TPA could hope for coming into Game 4. One more victory. They already have the lead. At this point, it's on Azubu Frost to really regroup, because not only are they behind, their backs are against the wall, and the slightest mistake can just end it.
The big thing here is that Shy has got into that lane very early on. 12-0. Obviously, 12-0 in CS, sorry. 12-0, that would be pretty crazy level 1 fight, but he's going to have a huge advantage. He's going to have that level difference in that bottom lane. He's going to be able to bully Stanley early on.
Top lane here. BB actually all alone. Nunu trying to run up here. Lowball's picking up his blue up. He's going to hand this one off to Toys, and that's going to be very strong in the mid lane.
So, that is going to be the blue picked up by Lil Balls. And Lil Balls immediately with both blue buffs now. Madlife and Woong back in that top lane versus BB. And BB, of course, with that kill early on. Hasn't gone back, hasn't spent that extra gold. He has that 1 kill and assist. Meanwhile, Woong is really going to have to pressure it. As it stands, Toys in that mid lane, 23 CS to 21. Looks is going to have his work cut out here. Rapid Star has been out-farmed in all of the games to date. How will he be able to cope this time around?
Thus far, he's already falling behind, and his Lux is very, very strong in OG and Summer. They did pick Lux when they were trying to come back into this one, but Toys, with that first blood and the early blue up, going to be so dominant in that game. His Wraiths are going to be taken repeatedly, and here comes Low Balls. Will he get spotted up by that ward, trying to shut down Woong and Madlife? BB and Mistake have done so well laning this entire tournament, and they're just going to try to put on the pressure hard early.
Yeah, Stanley being shut down, of course, now 20 CS behind. He was late to get him back to his lane because of that help they had. He did manage to get an assist, of course. That was when Madlife got taken down. Azubu Frost now clearing out their own jungle. It's going to be the Wraiths being picked up. As it is, Toys continues to farm out that mid lane. We need the tiniest of advantages, but the big advantage right now, I feel, is Lil Balls. He has got that level ahead of Cloud Templar already, of course. He did manage to get in, take all the blues. I didn't manage to get the red, I don't believe. But this top lane, BB versus Goon Woong picking up that lane. The point of this lane is so they can shove, they can poke, they can take that turret down quickly. It has backfired on them because of those 2 early deaths.
And BB and Mistake are doing such a good job making sure Azubu Frost's health is low, that they're not feeling safe coming up for that turret. Lil Ball is actually swooping around the back. He's going to come away empty-handed if he does anything. But thus far, Azubu Frost has recovered fairly well from those 2 early deaths. They're only down 800 gold. They haven't really given away any deaths early on, so they may be able to withstand that early mistake.
So we can just see Lil Balls. Is he waiting out in the red buff there? Let's have a look at Lil Balls. If we could, we're going to see Cloud Templar. He's spotted. He's in that ward. They know exactly where Cloud Templar is now, and you can see Lil Balls immediately going
goes
for
Wraiths. So that is, again, sometimes a ward top lane can just win you the jungle or win another lane. It's all about just group vision. Gonna just leave that one tiny little Wraith down bottom, and you can see That bottom lane is going to be so key for Azubu Frost. They gave away Orianna so Shy could have that Jace. They need to withstand this early on so they can form up and create the poke composition, but I still wonder how well that poke is going to be executed considering the engagement potential of TPA's Orianna. Looking in this top lane, it is getting a lot of harass traded back and forth, but this roam by Toys is going to push Azubu Frost straight back.
Now seeing Toys, he's just going to walk past that ward. He's got spotted. He has got Shockwave available. And the level 4 Woong has got to be careful that that ball doesn't come out and Shockwave him very quickly. They know he's there. They poke him. And they're just really baiting that one. Now they're going to dive in the mid lane, actually. We can see Little Balls getting covered on. And Cloud Templar forcing him away. Rapid Star trying to pick up as much farm. They realize, and that's going to be Toys backing off. Toys has a big farm advantage, though, already in that mid lane.
And that was so much of the first blood and the early blue buff he got. But again, 4th game in a row, Toys just out farming Rapid Star, really showing how good these players on TPA are, how much they've been practicing, the dedication showing through. They have strict schedules. They wake up in the morning, defined times. They have defined practice schedules. They go work out, keep their bodies in shape, and all of this coming to fruition. One more game, they will be the world champions. And now Blue was not able to get invaded. Azubu Frost able to take it down. Stanley puts the ward over, just missing. They're still looking to create pressure, though. They're very good at stealing buffs. They need to get an Oracles on a Little Balls. They're going to do that because those wards continue catching them out and tipping off Azubu.
You can see immediately the ping's going down on towards Toys. Toys wanted to take away the Wraiths there. They know exactly where he was, though. And the Wraiths are not available. So Azubu Frost doing a good job at keeping hold of their resources. They knew what was coming. They knew what to expect from Taipei Assassins, which is a good start. They've had the lane swaps now. I'm not too sure Stanley versus Woong at the top here. He is level 6, Woong's still only level 5, and Mad Life, of course, just hitting level 5, which means the advantage in that bottom lane, will they be able to handle Jace? They're going to dive on towards Woong. They managed to get the cleaver on him. Woong's getting slowed down. The taunt it hasn't been used yet by Stanley. The Ignite's going down. Little Balls is going to land it. Good has to flash out of it. Can they turn it on towards Mad Life? There's the True Shot Barrage missing out. And they're going to back off from this one. Meanwhile, that bottom lane, you can see now, Jace really is farming on Machine right now. Shy on that bottom lane. 70 CS compared to Stanley's. Just kept approaching 40.
And that gank up top was extremely successful despite not getting a kill. Those 2 flashes being burned from Lulu and Graves as they try to harass down on Shy is going to make it so they don't feel safe fast pushing that turret, because the next time Mundo comes around, it will be the death of them. They didn't have to burn any summoner spells themselves to get in on that gank. So very, very successful. Shy, they're trying to slow down his farm. That's the reason they did this lane swap. They don't want Stanley to fall too far behind Shy. And overall, they are keeping up fairly well. 1,000 gold, that's a bit up from the 800 they had with the 2 early kills. This is a very stagnant early game. It's going to be all about Azubu Frost waiting until they can get their poke composition going and just withstanding this early point from TPA.
Taipei Assassins with that early lead. They have that farm advantage, 25 CS. They are going to go for the dragon. They're going to try and force something here. I'm not too sure Azubu Frost are in any position to deal with this one. Taipei Assassins will pick this up quite easily. Shyvana is just off the side there, but Cloud Templar cannot get involved in this one. He's got to be careful he doesn't get caught out here. Hasn't had a phase proc from BB though, and he's managed to walk away from that one.
And that's what happens when you send 2 members of your team up top around 10 minutes into the game. Shen could always come down with his global, and that was just a straight up Dragon Force. They've now swapped back again because they realized they couldn't fast push up top. And there's 4 members of Azubu Frost down here, but the speed and versatility of TPA is making it so they can't get engaged on. This is just all around strong pressure by TPA.
They are, in the meantime, pushing in that middle. Little Balls has managed to clear out. And look at that, 104 CS to 73. It's a 30 CS advantage. Athene's Unholy Grail already picked up, just 10 minutes gone for Toys on Orianna.
That is an extremely fast Athene's Unholy Grail. And all of their lanes, aside from Stanley versus Shy, are winning quite substantially. 23 million kill advantage for Toys, 17 million kill advantage for BB, and still both of Toys and BB have that early kill. So gold-wise, it's 1,000 for Toys and 800 for BB. Really, all of their advantages concentrated on those 2.
The turrets continue to be pushed. Toys, he's working his way around. He's got to be careful. He has got Cloud Templar just off in the distance, going to try and steal the Wraiths, but Toys is already heading for them. He's like, no way in hell you're ever going to get those Wraiths away from me. He's even got the last one. Toys just completely dominant there. Cloud Templar not able to pick up a single thing there. They're both level 9 though. Rapid Start still keeping up Now the advantage for Azubu Frost here, if they can get it, is the fact that when they do pull together, they are really going to be able to drive them on the turrets.
That's going to be their plan, but I don't know if it's going to be executed. There's a lot of move speed coming out from TPA, and only the acceleration gate from Azubu Frost as Rapid Star tries to spike down Toys, but that's just the armor and MR that she can get with the ball on her head. That really didn't do that much, and he's almost okay despite Lux burning his full combo. TPA is feeling very confident right now because, oh, big fight up top.
They're pressuring on towards Madlife. They might get him in. True Shot Barrage just about missing. Mistakes trying to go aggressive. There's Stanley coming in. There he goes. Wound's going to go down, but I think he might get a kill from the tower.
Oh, wow.
No! They escaped it. Flash and Arcane Shift both avoided. Very well played on the top there. Taipei Assassins down 4-0. Shockwave on Cloud Templar. He has to ultimate out of that one. And just about avoids the damage from Taipei Assassins. They continue to push the pressure. And Rapid Star again getting caught with a distance there. But Toys does escape the tower damage.
And we've seen it all tournament. It's a bit of a lull over and over for TPA, and then they pounce. They activate a couple ganks at the same time because they are just so coordinated. That dive up top was amazingly flashed away from the tower. 2 members of BB Mistake, so good up top this entire tournament. Their synergy has destroyed Azubu Frost.
Yeah,
Orianna also unstoppable. And right now, everyone's ahead.
Bottom lane turret's about to go down. Looks like Shy is all over that one. So first turret of the game should be for Azubu Frost. He is about to finish it off if he can get the time. Mistake's going to come down. BB's going to come down. He's going to have to get away from it though. Acceleration Gate was well aware of it and just hammers Mistake away. Get the heck off me. So Shy may well take that top turret. It means they've double stacked on that top. You can see as well. Lil Balls is coming around, trying to take down the wall. Cloud Templar though immediately coming up. So Azubu Frost starting to stack up here, trying to force the problem, trying to push the pace here. This is what they've got to do.
And Azubu Frost really trying to just get the pressure going. They know they're down in kills, but their entire composition is around fast-pushing turrets. It's now on TPA to try to counter that. They did send 4 members up, so Toys pushing really hard on the mid-turret, already taken half of it. Down bottom lane, they're harassing Shy heavily on top of the turret. They don't want to lose too many, so this game doesn't get pulled back.
Rapid Star might get caught. He's had to back away. He was trying to push on that mid lane. Also picking up the Wraith as well, but he just backs off. BB, meanwhile, continuing to farm out this bottom lane, picking up as much CS as he can. 115 to 92, 148 to 110.
And really, Azubu Frost all grouping up now. They've kind of abandoned the lane. They realize they have to make their poke composition happen now because they're losing the laning phase. 3 members mid right away trying to push down this next turret. Lulu, Lux, Great, all trying to go, but look at Toys repelling them with that blue buff, fast clearing the ways. It's going to be hard for them to execute their poke-on against something as strong as Toys' Orianna.
Cloud Templar taking down a ward. Immediately, Lil Balls heads down south. They realize it's a 3-on-1 situation in the bottom. Azubu Frost heading south as well. Clear out the golems for a Woong there. Woong desperately trying to farm, desperately trying to pick up as much as he can. Stanley's been allowed to free farm down there because Jace has gone down that bottom lane. The top lane. Remember, the bottom turret was almost down, which is why you can see Woong and Madlife down here, but Mistake and Lil Balls all waiting, just hoping that they're going to go a little bit too far forward and pick them off.
And they do not know Lil Balls is in this turret. He cleared it with the Oracles. They might try to go aggressive on room. Here it comes!
They do, and the cleaver goes in. It's Madlife they tried to go for, but Shyvana immediately responds. Have they got the damage to turn this around? Lil Balls pops his ultimate. Cloud Templar taken down very low. That's an Oracle blocked off by Madlife. Superb play there. Woong manages to get Lil Balls down. That's going to be Madlife going down as well. Mistake has to back out. Really good exchange for Azubu Frost, despite the fact they were completely unaware that he was in there. Oh, Shy's going aggressive. He's going deep on Stanley. He's not going to be able to take him down. Not a chance. Toys, in the meantime, takes down the mid lane.
And in all that action, the Oracles dropped on Lil Balls as well, so that is going to hurt them. Stanley showing he's not at the point where he can deal with Shy quite yet. He's picking up a recurve bow. He's going to try to get that Ionic Spark and just out-duel him. But overall here, Bloodthirster being completed onto BB. He's outpacing Woong very heavily. Look at that just in the gold. 5,500 to 4,100 across the 80 carries. And if they get into a duel, that's going to be trouble for Azubu Frost. They need to get these turrets down just so they can globally help their team's gold and make their team comp work.
They need to try and push the action, try and push the pace. But the problem is that Rapid Star can't handle that mid lane.
And the Dragon is up once again.
The problem. We're seeing Cloud Templar. Azubu Frost do take down the bottom turret. They've got to be careful though. Lil Balls is coming around. They're going to try and close in on Azubu Frost, and they've just spotted Cloud Templar. They have to back off. It was straight 3-on-3. They probably could have taken the fight though.
This is going to be kind of trouble for TPA. Stanley does not have his ultimate up, and Azubu might try to get around the Dragon. That's why Stanley's coming all the way down from the top lane. They might look to fight here. If they do a fight, look for Stanley to taunt in and then get comboed with an Orianna ult to create. There's so much disengagement and kiting from Azubu Frost. They really have to commit if TPA wants to get a fight here.
This is surely not a
BB
fight.
in a bit of trouble.
BB going straight aggressive there. Managed to back out though. Had to use it. Actually went aggressive. Arcane shifted in and then flashed out of the fight. But of course, Toys, if he lands a good shockwave, would be the end of Azubu Frost. He's got the damage. Lil Balls, meanwhile, pushing that mid lane, is going to try and come around the side. Taipei Assassins just looking for a fight, but it's a 4-on-5 fight. Is it one they want?
This could be trouble for Azubu. They're all about being a poke comp. If they corner themselves into the Dragon, they could be in trouble. But Lil Balls is not there, and TPA is unable to engage this one. If they go in, it's going to be trouble. Azubu Frost actually outpoking them and taking the Dragon.
Yeah, they tried to manage to steal it with shot barrage. Was not happening. Mistake's got to be careful. He might get caught out here. They're just below. If Azubu Frost turns the direction, Mistake has realized he's completely locked down. Taipei Assassins maybe trying to pincer on towards Azubu Frost here. Lil Balls just backing away, and Azubu Frost all completely just disengaging from this. That was a great bit of poke from Jace there, and that shows the poke potential that Azubu Frost have.
This is a mid-game spike for Azubu Frost. The Bloodthirster coming out on Shy. Those Shock Blast acceleration gates are trucking. They're now trying to get this mid turret down, and they might be able to get it. It's all about TPA trying to wave clear through, but they're just trying to outpoke them. That turret getting to about half health. TPA is going to maybe try to engage this. Low Ball's using his ultimate. This is the game Azubu Frost wants to play. They're only 2,000 down in gold here. They were able to pick up some objectives. TPA needs to all be together and at full health in order to engage. It's all on Azubu Frost to not let that fight happen.
So Azubu Frost is split out. Wound going down south. He's going to pick up some farm. BB picks up the red buff, and the rest of Azubu Frost back off and buy. So happy after that Dragon. Jace may get collapsed on here. The blue buff going to get picked up. They're going to steal that one away. Toys will take that. He'll be happy for that. And that's going to be blue. Oh, tried to get a light bind. He stole it. He stole it. Very nicely played there. And that's Rapid Star getting in that light binding, managing to get the damage down. But it is going to be Taipei Assassins taking this top turret.
And that is a good counterplay by TPA. They should have realized, though, with that blue steal, that Rapid Star had his E, and he could spike it with the Q on top of that blue buff. Really good scouting there. Even with that, though, look at the minion kill difference between Toys and Rapid Star. 196 to 142, 54 more for Toys. Really just showing how great of an Orianna he is. Going to be able to pick up a blue buff of his own, so they didn't get the steal, but they should still be in control. Everyone on TPA now, fairly good health. Azubu Frost trying to shove down this mid turret early. Really looking for TPA to start a fight here because they do not want to get poked down once again.
You know, something we saw with the advantage that Azubu Frost had over CLG was the fact that we saw Wound constantly just going and taking the red buff. While the rest of the team were keeping them busy, he just strolled in there, took the red buff. Not even seen that at all in this fight. Oh, Lil Balls is going to get dived on here. He's going to have to pop his ultimate, Shen ultimate going on. They're going to try and dive, transfer it in. You can see Cloud Templar getting straight in there. The Lulu ultimate pops them up. Absolute Zero goes off. Stanley taking low. Stanley has to back away. Cloud Templar gets dropped by Mistake. Can they turn the aggression? No. Shy's going to be targeted. BB goes through. Toys takes down Shy. And now BB turns his attention onto Woong. He's managed to get the phase proc, but Woong has to flash out of it. Really great engage by Taipei Assassins.
They knew that they hadn't been poked down yet, and they wanted to force a fight from Azubu Frost. Azubu had to fight before they'd gotten their poke off, and you saw how close it was if they would have had any free